Did I freeze?
Is Brian frozen?
Seems like everybody frozen.
Am I frozen?
Everybody, I think I'm frozen on my screen. Oh, there we go.
I think we lost Brian.
It's going crazy.
All right, well, we lost Brian for the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best damn wrestling podcast. Right here to yep, we definitely lost Brian. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the best damn wrestling podcast. I am Mr. Everything, and to my left, well, that left,
Chef
is my man, Mr. Chef Showtime. And this is where we're going to talk about everything professional wrestling and beyond. So this week we're going to kind of recap what's been going on in the last week and a half. Actually, we actually missed it last week. So kind of catch a recap of what's been going on as far as Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, AEW, NXT, Control Your Narrative, ABCDEFG, whatever acronym you want to put together to form a professional wrestling program. We're going to cover it. All right. So let's get started. Do we have the itinerary or the program which we're going to go in order, or you want to just jump around? I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just me and you right now.
We can do whatever. Have some fun.
All right, let's do whatever. So, let's begin with what's going on with. Oh, there goes Brian. What's up, B?
Hey, what's going on, man? I don't know what happened, but we back in the loop. Let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. You know what I'm saying? Getting this whole streaming thing down. So let's start the show. All right, what's wrong, wrestling fans? This is your boy Brian Renegade, and I'm here with Best Damn Crew, Chef Showtime.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying? Mr. Everything, Victor Andrews, what's happening?
Yeah.
We are the best damn crew, the best damn wrestling crew, and this is the best damn wrestling podcast. Fellas, can I get a Ric Flair woo?
Woo!
Woo! Yeah, what's going on, fellas, man? It's good to see y'all. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're going to go ahead and get things cracking. We had this conversation, right? And LP had brought up the subject of who do you think would be on your Mount Rushmore of wrestling, right? And if we had to break it down into certain topics, you have best champions, best female champions, best tag team, best managers, and best announcers. So that's going to be interesting. And I want to go ahead and I think I'll start and give mine. And we're just going to go ahead like that. So if I had to pick, we're going to do black champions, just black wrestlers, right? Black wrestlers who have made their stamp on the game, no matter what promotion. A lot of the old school wrestlers wrestled in territories, and then cable came along and the whole wrestling scene just exploded. But if we going black wrestlers, if I had to pick 4 black wrestlers to go on my Mount Rushmore of black wrestlers, right? I would have to do all champions. You know what I'm saying? I would have to go ahead and dead the argument and just do all champions. So on my Mount Rushmore of black champions, I have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Uh, I have Ron Simmons, the first black champion, WCW champion. I would have to go Sasha Banks because I ain't say Mia. I got to go Sasha Banks. I believe that Sasha Banks has helped revolutionize the women's division, just women's wrestling, period. And if I had to put a fourth person in there, man, I just had the fourth person in my head. I can't even think about it no more. Let's see. I think I'll go with Kofi. Kofi Mania had a whole feel to it. That's the first time that I've ever seen everybody get behind one person to be champion. Everybody celebrated that. And I still watch the Kofi match to this day, man. And you get a little choked up when you see it. You know what I'm saying? So I would have to say Kofi was a great champion within his small reign that he had before he got destroyed by Brock Lesnar. Let's go ahead down the line. Chef, Showtime.
Mine would be I'll put Sasha Banks up there.
Okay.
I'll put The Rock.
Okay.
Then Mark Henry. He was a good champ.
Okay. World's strongest man. All right.
Then I'll have to put the new age Big E.
Big E.
Positivity.
Okay. All right. I'm not mad at E. I think E should have had a longer title run than what he had. Once he took the belt, because nobody thought he was going to take the belt off of Bobby. You know what I'm saying? Nobody thought that anybody was going to take the belt off of Bobby. Let's go ahead with Mr. Everything, man. Who is your Mount Rushmore of black?
Well, I guess we can all agree. We can definitely all agree that Kofi does deserve to be up there. But at this point, I have to give him like a very strong honorable mention. Only because I gotta roll with Mr. Ron Simmons.
Yep.
Okay.
I gotta roll with Jacqueline.
Jacqueline.
Wouldn't be no women's wrestling without Jacqueline.
Hey, I give you that, Jack. I give you
gotta
that.
go with King Booker.
You know what? I told Chef
offline. For the fourth.
Hold up. I'm sorry. I told Chef offline that was King Booker, and I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember his name at the moment, so I was like, you know what? I'm just sliding Kofi in there. But Kofi, Booker T, 5-time WCW champion. He was also a WWE champion. So I give you King Booker. And what's your last one, Mr. Everything?
And then my last one, God, I mean, it's so many different guys that deserve to be up there. You know what I mean? And women, of course. But I'm gonna have to roll. Got to go with The Rock. Nobody was more polarizing than The Rock. He exuded emotion. He exuded charisma. Everything that he's done as far as the professional wrestling business and outside of it. So he definitely got to put The Rock up there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's no list that you can not put The Rock on, man. Even if you're thinking about just champions that changed the game. He is a mega star right now. And actually, he was my favorite wrestler growing up, especially during the Attitude Era, man, because The Rock was doing some things that I've never seen before on TV, and he was just pure entertaining, man. No matter what he did, it was all funny, it was all entertaining, and I think he will be at the top of a lot of people's favorites as far as just pure wrestler and champion. You know. So if we had to go a little bit into my favorite section of wrestling, which would be tag team wrestling. I am a tag team wrestling fan. So we're going to do the Mount Rushmore of tag team wrestlers. I got to really think about this, so I'm gonna go ahead and push this to one of y'all because this give me some time to really sit here and think. Like, oh man, I have some people who are on my mind, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with Mr. Everything, man. You know, since you are a tag team expert, aficionado, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Let's see, top four. Gotta go with Legion of Doom. Definitely gotta give them their credit. Gotta give them their just dues. Rock and Roll Express. Gotta give them their flowers because they're still out there changing the game. They're still out there doing it. Let's see. Brothers of Destruction. Gotta give Undertaker and Kane, you know, their flowers.
Okay.
And you gotta roll with man, Eddie and Ray.
Yeah,
when they were a tag team, you gotta give them their flowers too. They really put in the work. So on all promotions, you know, WCW, WWE, like, you know, so yeah, that would be my top four off the top of my head.
Okay. All right, I'm not mad at that. Chef, what you got for me, man? Who is your top four best tag teams of all time? I think you're on mute. Your phone's on mute. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
All right, mine, Legion of Doom.
Okay.
Soul Patrol.
Soul Patrol brought it back. Pop to people. You know,
without them will be no Rock.
Hey, I gave that to you. The original Rock. Gotcha.
Then we have the Brothers of Destruction.
Okay.
Then I would have to go to I have to bring it back. The Shield.
The Shield. Which members though?
I would take Roman and Dean.
Roman and Dean.
Dean. Okay.
All right. I'm not. You know what? They both champions at the top of their promotions right now. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? That's actually okay. All right. I like that. All right. So I'm gonna give a different type of mix. I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go Harlem Heat.
Oh.
I'm gonna go old school Harlem Heat. I'm gonna go DX.
Mm-hmm.
The Road Dogg, Jesse James, and Mr. Ass
himself.
Matter of fact, I did. I'm gonna ask you about that match because I saw you wrestle Billy Gunn, man. I got some questions about that match, but we're gonna come right back to it. So I got all right. So I got them. I got the Hardy Boys. I got the Hardy. I can't. I thought I wanted to be Jeff in a lot of ways. Just that free spirit and jumping off of shit, but that weighs a toll on your body. So I'll go Hardy Boys, and last tag team, I'll go with FTR. FTR. Y'all hating on my list? Huh? I don't hear no applause, no praise or nothing. Y'all hating on my list? Huh? Is everybody on mute? Mr. Everything, I got you on mute. But yeah, don't be hating on my list.
I like the New Age Outlaws. that was my thing for a while.
Yeah. I think
I, let,
during the
I forgot people though. I forgot tag teams like the Dudleys.
oh
They,
my God, how did I leave the Dudleys off?
that's
Hey, you know what? Can I change? Can I change? I ain't gonna change it. I'm gonna keep it the way it is.
I mean,
You know what I
it's
mean?
so many tag teams that can have some honorable mentions. I mean, including like somebody like the Godwins.
Okay.
The Godwins can get us a little Legion of Doom, not Legion of Doom,
Van
Demolition,
Eric. Who?
yeah,
the Steiners,
The Steiner.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
NWO,
Yeah.
NWO,
Red
Yeah.
M, the Black M.
the Powers of Pain.
Mm.
I mean, not the Powers of Pain.
What about Edge and
Uh,
Christian?
I mean, the Authors of Pain, AOP, the Revival,
The Authors of Pain, really?
FTR.
You think that was a great tag team?
Huh?
You think the Authors of Pain would? What you talking about? The new ones or the
I
old ones?
think they were a really good tag team. I mean, they were very dominant in their time. Granted, they didn't get the right. Those guys, they were different because of their size and their ability to move, their
Okay.
agility, um, their dominant attributes and things like that. Whether they had a manager or without a manager, they was able to really stand out on their own.
Okay.
And they had some really great matches. There was a really good match with the Heavy Machinery. They had a really good one with the Revival. I wish we could have seen them in the Usos. That would have been really good.
That thing is crazy.
Um,
Uh,
so yeah, I think
you
they
know
were
what?
really
I
good,
did like
especially
the tag
having
team.
Paul Ellering on their side. So
Yeah, I don't know what happened after they got paired with Seth Rollins. They kind of just disappeared after that. I really didn't see much of them after that pairing. Um, okay, yeah, those are some really good honorable mentions. I'm not mad at that. Uh, and I love tag team wrestling. You know what I mean? I think that's a little bit more difficult um, to really connect with your partner, and especially nowadays. I watch AEW sometimes. I'm not an avid AEW watcher, but I appreciate the platform and what it is. But I do love a lot of the wrestlers there, and I'm happy that a lot of people have a home to go to. Um, but the problem that I have with a lot of AEW wrestling, especially when it comes to the tag team division, it's almost like a spot fest. It's like the referee, there's no officiating. The referee lets them do whatever they want to in the ring. And I'm a little bit of a, old school wrestling kind of guy. I like some rules unless the match has no rules. You know what I'm saying? Um, but AEW has some really great tag teams, and they have some really good tag team division. Um, I just, it's too spotty for me. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, some moves that they execute, like how many times can you do a cutter, and why is everybody in the match doing a cutter? You know what I'm saying? Does everybody do a super kick in the match? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of power moves that I see that are people's finishers that are being done. And it's like the person get right back up and like nothing happened to them. And I'm like, they kind of take the mystique and away from the move. Just like, for instance, if you think about the DDT, the DDT when it first came out, when Jake the Snake started doing it, it was devastating, man. People didn't get back up for a while. And
True.
then now everybody does a DDT. Everybody in their
mhm.
mama. I've seen old people do DDTs. And it's like, oh man, so it has no, if a move is overused, it has no validity when it comes to being believable in the ring. If I'm watching something, I don't want to see somebody get super kicked 13 times. I'm like, all right, one of them kids supposed to take you down. You ain't supposed to get up after 5 kicks to the face. You know what I'm saying? Um, let me ask the professional here. When it comes to tag team wrestling, how do you prefer the match to be? Do you like a free flowing match, or do you prefer a match to have rules? You know,
Say that again. I missed it.
do you prefer like a spot? Do you like the spot matches, or do you prefer a match to have like moves? I mean, like to have rules. You know
Like
what I'm saying?
structure. I like
Structure,
storytelling. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I mean, there's a place on the card for everything. You know what I mean? So you can have the spotty guys who go out there and do all the flips and bing, 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 fast pace and everything else. But I'm more so of a story guy. I want to feel what you guys are doing. I want to see somebody take 7 Canadian destroyers, 10 super kicks, RKO off the top rope, 10 tope suicidas, and then finish with a roll up.
Yeah.
You was able to sustain all that, and then the only thing that could beat you was a roll up. Like, come on. So I like storytelling. I like for things to make sense. So, like I said, there's a place for everybody on the card, but just make it make sense. That has always been my only issue with all of it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is for me. Just make it make sense. I don't want to watch this. Even though I enjoy spot matches, matches with a lot of spots in it. I don't want to see moves overly done. And I think like I said, whenever people use it as a finisher, it's not that believable. Especially when I look at somebody, I'm like, okay, I just seen this dude take 34 stunners, and this dude will do a stunner. And how was your stunner stronger than this dude that did? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you weigh less than he do. You know what I'm saying? So, and when it comes to tag team wrestling, like I said, I do like a little bit of I do like rules, because rules allow the bad guys to be bad guys. You know what I'm saying? It gives them spots where they can, do something a little underhanded, a little sneak, and get away with it to help tell the story. You know what I mean? And like I said, like I'm a big tag team wrestling fan. But we're going to transition, and we're going to keep it on the Mount Rushmore. We're going to go managers. You know what I'm saying? Managers don't get a lot of love for what they do. So we're going to go top 4. Who's your Mount Rushmore of managers?
I think Paul Heyman, Paul Bearer, Bobby the Brain.
Okay. That's 3. You got to throw one more on there. LP, we talking about best managers, top 4 managers. Who is on your Mount Rushmore of managers? And so far you got Bobby the Brain. Who else you got?
Paul Heyman and Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer, okay. Who's your 4th?
Queen Elizabeth. Queen Elizabeth.
You know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at Queen Elizabeth. The storyline between Macho Man and Queen Elizabeth is very legendary in a lot of rights. So I'm not mad at Queen Elizabeth. You know what I mean? Because she did elevate Macho Man, and when he didn't have Queen Elizabeth by his side, he was a little different. You know what I'm saying? He was a little bit different. All right, I like that. LP, who you got, man? Top.
First of all, sorry I'm late. I would say Jim Cornette.
Okay.
Bob, I would also say Bobby the Brain. I would say what's my man's name? Just because I know ain't nobody gonna put no brothers in there. There was a Dr. Slick.
Dr. Slick.
Was it Dr. Slick? Was it Mr. Slick, Dr. Slick? And for the 4th one, I want to say Paul Heyman, but Paul Heyman really ain't managed enough people for me to put him on there. But
what Paul Heyman has managed a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm talking about in real life. I'm talking about like come to the ring, other than Brock and like CM Punk, Brock. I mean, I'm talking about kind of on show wise. He's managed a ton of wrestlers. I'm talking about like show wise.
Okay.
For the last one, who I say? Jim Cornette, Bobby the Brain, Dr. Slick. Shit, Mr. Fuji. That's the one.
Mr. Fuji. Hey, look, I thought about Mr. Fuji, and I thought about putting Mr. Fuji in my list, but I was like, I don't know if I could do Mr. Fuji, even though he was Yokozuna. He made Yokozuna look really good, man, and a lot of other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Everything, who you got, brother?
See, you definitely got to give Paul Ellering his flowers. You have to give it up to Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart,
Okay.
Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Okay.
And you got to throw a lady in there, so you got to give it up to oh man, what was her name?
Talking about Benoit's wife?
No, not Benoit's wife. She managed Shawn Michaels. Scary Sherry, yes.
Scary Sherry.
Got to give her her flowers. Got to give her her flowers.
Scary Sherry. I dig it. Scary Sherry. Yeah, I thought about because Scary Sherry also managed Shawn Michaels.
Mm-hmm. And honorable mention to Teddy Long.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead since you said Teddy Long. Teddy Long is on my list. Okay. So I'm gonna go Teddy Long because Teddy Long has done a lot for the business. I love Teddy Long as a manager. I loved him as a GM. Teddy Long has done a lot for a lot of people and a lot of black wrestlers. So Teddy Long don't get the credit that he needs. I will put Teddy Long on my Mount Rushmore, along with Paul Heyman. I'm throwing Paul the man. I also have MVP.
Oh,
MVP.
I couldn't do it.
Go down as one of the greatest managers.
No.
All
You know I'm saying Leo Rush.
Man,
there you go.
MVP, the way that I'm gonna tell you why I say MVP. MVP will look at a wrestler and say, hey man, you got all the tools that you need to become champion. Some way he opens up doors for people and gives them opportunities that they would not have had.
Only one person.
Who? No.
Bobby Lashley. That's it. Nobody else.
Bobby Lashley. Almost. You see what he's doing for Almost right now?
Nothing.
Do you see what he did for Shelton and for Cedric?
Bobby. Wait. What he did for Shelton and Cedric?
No, Bobby. That's it.
Yeah. If you think about it, he made them champions, bro. They won't do nothing.
Bobby.
Let's break it down. When we talk about great managers, we got to speak about on terms of what happened to the people that they managed after they stopped managing them. So if you look at Shelton and Cedric, yeah, MVP's got to get taken off of there because I don't see anybody that he's managed that's done something beyond being managed by him. You know what I mean? Like it was no longevity in his management either. So really got to consider that.
Well, I think his management style is he's going for big money talent. And to be honest with you, he's learned from Paul Heyman. You know what I mean? As far as his managerial skills, he's looking for top game. That's why he moved over to Almost. I hated it. I wanted the Hurt Business to come back. It made more sense for them to combine Almost and the Hurt Business and become an undeniable dominant faction, but they didn't do that. So I guess he's like a Don King type character. Where he
definitely Don King.
Fighter.
It sell you out fast.
Yeah, he wants to top, and I'm pretty sure it's going to happen almost sooner or later. But before then, he's going to make Almost a champion.
Nah.
Once he start managing him, a monster's gone. Like a monster, he has no future.
Yeah.
He's gone. When he's gone.
He's a giant, man, and giants usually stay around for a little bit. NWA.
Not without a manager. Not without
now.
a manager.
Big Show. Was Big Show the exception?
Big Show came in without a manager.
Well, yeah. Well, you're talking about somebody who started with a manager and then after the manager.
Amos came in with AJ Styles. Yeah, he ain't last long.
No. Because he can't wrestle. Big Show can wrestle.
Yeah.
But what other giants do you have besides Shanky?
You said what now?
What other big guys do you have besides Shanky?
Oh, you're talking about right now?
What giants do you have besides Shanky?
I mean, do we even have Shanky?
Oh, there.
Shanky dancing, man. Let's Shanky dance, bro. Let's Shanky dance. He been trying to take Ricochet girl for weeks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's it. I mean, they always make the big guys dance. I don't know why they do that. I guess, to make them.
Did they make Luke Harper dance?
Huh?
Did they make Luke dance?
Luke?
The Luke Harper? He didn't dance.
Luke Harper?
Would you consider him a giant?
I wouldn't consider Luke Harper a giant.
He was the same size as Big Show.
No, Luke Harper was like 6'6". He was 6.
He was 7 foot.
He was like 6'7", 6'8".
They didn't make him dance, but they made him carry around that whatever was in that case or whatever that meant.
Yeah, that was just as corny. I would rather dance than carry around that fake what was it? The fake Spencer spider, the Halloween spider that you step on.
Was that Luke Harper or was that Eric Rowan? I think that was Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan carried around.
It was Eric Rowan. I'm sorry.
Luke Harper was a dingy looking one. The one like Team.
No, I think they gave. I don't know if I had to think about giants. I'm thinking about giants, like anybody that's 7 feet and up.
Undertaker didn't dance.
Nope.
Look at Cheetah how to make him do the spin and Rooney though.
He tried.
He would never break character.
He wasn't going for it. He was like, man,
Great Khali danced. Giant Gonzalez danced.
Kane didn't dance.
Kane did dance.
I think.
When?
Kane has danced on many occasions.
You talk about corporate
Kane? Like I remember Kane dance.
I've seen Kane dance. I've seen.
Yeah, I remember that. With G Generation X type of deal.
Yeah.
When it was corporate Kane.
Nah, with the mask on.
I've seen him dance with a mask on too, but they always make big. I don't care. They always make big dudes dance, man. What's my name? What's my dude name? Brodus Clay. They made him dance.
Dactyl.
He came in dancing.
He came in doing the Tootsie Roll. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to do it, but it's always a point in time where giants get upset and they want to break out of that dance and giant role. I'm ready to see when Shanky does that and what he does, but I don't know, man.
He doesn't have a look. He doesn't have a dominant look. He's just goofy looking.
Hey, I can't wait to see Shanky go dark.
But Shanky going. They had to break him away from Jinder, man, because Jinder ain't gonna do nothing for him. I don't know what Jinder.
They finna kick Jinder out.
I want to like Jinder. I don't know why they not making him. He's a big guy, man. I'm not sure why they not putting him in the type of role that he need to be put in.
I think the only reason why Jinder has a job is because his ethnicity. So they need him when they go over there. Other than that, he would have been fired.
Yeah. Man, they got like 4-5 Indians on the roster now.
Oh, they got Mansoor.
No, don't do that.
That's what they got.
He's not. He's Saudi, I believe.
Don't do that. Mansoor. and I think LP can agree with me. That whole segment
It's
irks
still
my very last nerve, yo.
Oh, okay.
Male models ain't walking around looking like that, man.
how they say base name?
Oh man.
Marseille.
I say, yeah.
Marseille and Mansoir.
And Mansoir.
Managed by Max Duke.
Okay, so all right, let's go ahead and I've been in the fashion industry for a while. LP, I know you have too. Mr. Everything, I know you have too. Chef, Showtime, I know you've had some brushes with it back in the past. What do you guys think about this new Max Dupree Maximum Male Models thing? Let's get into it. I really want to see what you guys think about it. I want to see where you think it's going to go.
Nowhere.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely nowhere. Nobody's going to take them serious. If they ever get in a ring, nobody's ever going to take them serious. I think they're trying to do like a Rick Martel type thing, which is not going to work because Rick Martel was his own entity by himself.
Okay. I want to like it, but it's so cringe, man, and it's very hard to watch. I think the only thing that they can do is bring Pretty Deadly up and put them in the group and just and make something of it like that, where it just annoys people to the point where they hate. But you don't want people to hate it so much that they don't want to watch it and they turn off the TV. You dig what I'm saying? You want to just make them hate you enough where the faction can kind of get over. Kind of like a Baron Corbin thing. He's such a good bad guy. It's hard not to hate him. You know what I'm saying?
They were better off just doing video packages with this whole maximum male models or whatever it is, this Triple M gimmick. They better off doing just video packages and then having them come out attacking people on some other type stuff and then leaving them an application. Like, yeah, here's an application to be a model or something. Like something to that effect. Like attacking people backstage who ain't dressed right. So something crazy. Like get some extras, get some indie guys. Have them come walking backstage with some loafers and their pants way up halfway down up their calf muscle and make them get jumped because they ain't in the fashion district or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that, and I was thinking that. I think that if they had different wrestlers almost try to what do you call it? Do like a walk down the runway. They try to join Maximum Male Models, and if they don't fit the bill, then they get jumped after they walk down the runway type thing. I would enjoy watching that.
Because that's what I was expecting, truthfully. Yeah. When they said I was like, oh, they're going to have a bunch of indie guys walking down the runway, and then somebody's going to jump on them. But now it's like, somebody beat the hell out of these guys already, please. Where's Big Show?
Yeah, man. That's I want to like the segment. I hope they go somewhere with the Maximum Male Models thing. Right now it's kind of cringe and hard to watch. And you know, I really want to see them do more with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what direction they're going, but I would like to see some indie guys come and walk and then just get beat up at the end of the runway. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be hilarious to watch. Yeah, I think that'd be really hilarious to watch. LP, what you think about Mansoor and Mansoir's modeling style as a fashion photographer, sir?
Yeah, I agree with everybody. It ain't gonna last. I mean, I think the whole model thing hasn't lasted since since Rick Martel. You remember when they tried to do it with what was it Fandango and
yeah.
And I think that might have worked a little bit, but nowadays
a little bit with John Morrison and his faction when they first came.
Yeah, but other than that, yeah, I think sometimes they try to reuse some of these ideas and think that they can redo them, but it don't never work. That ain't gonna. I don't think.
Oh man, I thought about applying to be a Maximum Male Model. I was like, you know what? Maybe I got what it takes. Maybe
I did. I threw my application. I'm like, y'all gonna see me some kind of way.
Hey, there it is. on the maximum male models. Like I said, I like the Max Dupree character. I think that LA Knight, I'm not sure what his real name is, but I think LA Knight, he's just taking the character and just going with it, man. And I like it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? I really want to see where they go with it, though, because other than that, it's going to get still real quick and people going to start revolting.
Oh, yeah.
He makes me want to punch him in his face every time he gets in Adam Pearce's face. He's like,
yeah, I'm like, back up, dude.
Bro, hold up. Move, man.
Step back for a second.
Snuff you right in your mouth. Like, I'm just waiting for Adam Pearce to turn into scrap daddy and start slapping people.
Just start slapping somebody. Everybody slap somebody.
Okay.
All right. So I got a question, fellas. Right. And this is going with the state of the women's division. I want to know what you guys think of the women's division on Raw and SmackDown right now. And are you, as a fan, are you enjoying the content that's put out, or do you think you need to shake it up a little bit and either bring some stars up, do a draft, or just keep things the way that they are? Me personally, watching the women's division, I'm watching SmackDown and I'm looking at who's the women on SmackDown, and I'm really trying to see who would I pick to be the next champion, other than the obvious choices. I mean, Liv right now has the belt. I know the last podcast that we talked about, everybody said that Liv ain't keeping the belt. Liv is dropping the belt probably before or on SummerSlam. She has a huge task in Ronda Rousey, but I really want to see what you guys think about the state of WWE's women's division. I'm gonna go ahead and go with LP. What you think, brother?
I guess I'll start off with saying it's better than it used to be when it comes to skill wise, and I think the characters are better. But I really think WWE don't give them the time like they used to. So like you see brown panty matches and stuff like that, they would get a lot of time, but they would get a lot of pushes, a lot of promos, blah 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 blah. But now that the women are actually wrestling, the stories, like, they don't build no stories up for no female. Either Charlotte gonna fight for the belt, show up, or I'm glad Bianca is still in the mix, because I really thought they were gonna push her back down. But I think with Bianca, they realize she's too much of a talent that they can't do that with Bianca. Like, they can do that with some of the other females, but and I hope, now I might be wrong, she might lose that belt and go back down. But I don't know. I think the biggest problem they have now is they're not creating the stories. And just like you said, you'd be looking like, who's the next female to get the belt? But that's not the female's fault. That's WWE fault for not building the stories of those characters and making you care. Like, nobody want to see Carmelo. She got no business being in the damn title hunt. But if they built Carmelo right, I mean, look how long it took Becky to get the belt. They kept on looking past Becky. Fans were screaming for it to happen. They kept looking past, and then they look at her now. So I think every female, not every female, everybody but Natalya, because Natalya sucks. I can't remind me about it every week. She's the worst. But I think they got potential with every female if they do the stories right. That they can make all of them contenders, but they're not gonna do
it. Okay. Chef Showtime, what do you think about the women's division right now in both Raw and SmackDown?
The division right now, they got some good wrestlers on both shows, SmackDown and Raw. But you already can tell you could tell the storyline before it even happened, because they're gonna play the same story over and over to get played out. And like Liv, I don't think. Like next pay-per-view, she's not gonna have that belt. They just did that to make.
Man, y'all have absolutely no faith in Liv, man.
That's her storyline to be short. Just like how they did Kofi. The little guy that long. That's what's gonna happen. What's gonna be? It's gonna be a surprise visit, or like Betty gonna come back and take the belt. Something gonna happen. That's what's gonna surprise everybody.
Okay. Mr. Everything, what do you think about the state of the women's division in WWE?
well, I got to jump off for this next one. So I'm gonna give my worst match of the week. I don't have a best, and the worst is gonna be Liv and Natalia
Okay.
because they were just all over the place. And I think so. Here's the thing. So the women's division, they have a smorgasbord of talent. The problem is they're not putting the right ones together. You have somebody like Natalia who can go. I've seen her training videos. She can go, but I don't think she has the strength to be able to carry somebody like a Liv Morgan, right? Liv Morgan can also move, but she definitely does not have the strength to be able to carry somebody or control a match the right way. You look at Sasha Banks and Bianca's match. These two, Sasha has the strength to be able to carry somebody and keep them on task and keep them together. That's why their match was so good. Sasha and Becky, who are both strong individuals. What's my girl? Ding Dong. She has a big name.
Bailey.
Bailey.
Yes, Bailey, who also can go and can go with anybody. I think the issue with Asuka is the language barrier and people wanting to be able to take her strong style way of fighting other than Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has been one to really go in there and really get busy with it, like go hand in hand. But I think she's another one who gets so ahead of herself that she makes little minor mistakes and it's hard to recover from the mistakes, especially if you know that you've done it. I think a lot of these female wrestlers are having issues with butterflies and being in the spotlight and just don't know what to do next. And then some of them fail them with charisma, like Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans doesn't have any charisma or character. She's just straight military. So I think if we push her more straight military, she'll be more comfortable with what she needs to do. I think they're trying to push her like a Sergeant Slaughter who came back from the war and said, screw America. I think they're trying to do that with her, but it's not going to work with her because I don't think she feels it. I don't think she really knows the direction and what they're trying to get her to go to. So she can't do it because she doesn't have the charisma and the character to be able to pull it off. So I think the issue with the women's division is, one, the booking. You're not pairing these women together to actually have a really good match, to give them the time to be able to have instead longer than 5 minutes or longer than a gimmick match where it's the 24/7 title or the match is getting interrupted by the 24/7 title and things like that. So I think that's the biggest issue for us, the women's division. If they can figure that part out, they'll take over. Just like when Becky and Sasha and Charlotte and Bailey was out there. There was the 4 horsewomen of professional wrestling, and they was having great matches. I mean, they were the ones that were spearheading a lot of these bigger matches, like the Hell in a Cell and the ladder matches and everything else, and the last woman standing. They pushed that envelope. So being that you have these younger, talented women who want to get to that point, they gotta overlook this the fear and the excitement and the nervousness and the butterflies. They got to get past that to be able to pull off really great matches. But I got to step out, guys. Y'all continue doing your thing. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all soon.
Yeah, Mr. Everything signing out. I think that the women's division definitely needs to be shooken up a little bit. I would love to see the draft. I'm actually waiting for the draft to see who's going to be switched to what brand. And also, SummerSlam usually does bring some surprises. I'm pretty sure that they're going to bring somebody new in, whether it be on the male side or the female side. But, I would like to see more women get more opportunities than the same match. I know we've seen Carmella versus Bianca for 3 weeks in a row, and I'm like, man, there's so many other women that should get that slot. I even watched 24 title on Monday changed like 10 times, and I'm like, some of these women can really be fighting Bianca and giving her some challenges, or really stepping up to Liv. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, SmackDown does have what's my girl name? The Queen of Spades.
Are you talking about
The Queen of Spades. Jeez Louise, ham and cheese, please. What's her name?
I ain't even been paying attention. They tell me how much she ain't stand out enough for me to even know you talking about.
The Queen of Spades. She dark hair. She came up from NXT. She choked people out. God, what's her name?
Right now.
Come on, Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler. Thank you. Shayna Baszler. I don't know why I couldn't think of her name. Shayna Baszler is a real weapon. I'm not sure why they are not using her as the ultimate.
Whoa. You know why they're not pushing her.
I know why, but you know.
Same reason why UFC Cyborg. She's not pretty.
Yeah, the face, man. It's the face.
They're not gonna push her because you know she was smashed. 1 minute she will take them bites out of Becky Lynch.
Man.
So like they know she's not attractive. I'm surprised she even got a job, to be perfectly honest with you. You know the way they do. I'm not talking bad about her. I'm just saying like the way they
push their female stars. Yeah.
They're not gonna push her because she looked like she could be fighting in the men division. So that's why they're gonna push her.
That's how
But I understand that. But I'm saying in general, like, use her more. You know what I mean? Like, she can be a real threat to anybody, whether it be Ronda when she get the belt, or Charlotte, or even or Liv. You know, she can be a really good arch nemesis for Liv. I can get behind Liv if I see Liv fighting for her life against Shayna Baszler. And I think that would make me get behind Liv because I don't, as we all said on this podcast today, we don't believe you, Liv. We don't believe in Liv. We really don't.
She a paper champ.
We like her being champion, but I don't know. I don't know how long this is going to last. Her matches are sloppy to me. She doesn't have a good pace sometimes in her matches. It's like, and her moves, even though they've gotten better, they look like they really have no effect on some of her competitors. You know what I'm saying? Her move to the Oblivion looks so weak to me. And I'm like, I wish she had another move. Because she ain't, you know, I hate the move. And I want to like it, but I'm like, I can't believe that if you hit somebody with that, they're going to be knocked out.
Hey, I have a feeling. When do Rhea Ripley come back?
Hell, she might come back in SummerSlam. I hope
she got a heart monitor and stuff, all that kind of stuff. They ain't even really said what's going on with her.
She got a heart monitor and stuff? I thought she had. Yeah, you're right. They never said what was wrong with her.
They said it was
she got a photo with a heart monitor on.
Oh man, no, she ain't coming back. She got heart problems. She ain't coming back.
Yeah, so don't nobody really. They didn't make us be checking it. You know, hell, I had to wear a heart monitor before. Sometimes they made us want to just check, see what's going on. But yeah, matter of fact, he had the same kind I had. That's how I knew it. I know for a fact that's what it was.
Hey, if you got a heart monitor on, I don't care. I don't want to see nobody get chopped in the chest. If you got you just got a heart monitor, and she get chopped in the chest by somebody. No, bro. That's gonna be hard to watch.
It's one of those temporary things. It ain't no. You wear it for a little while, you send it in or whatever. But I just know.
Hey, the first, it's already hard. Let's switch it over to a little bit because I wonder how you guys feel about wrestlers when they get injured, right, and they come back from injury. Is it? I know it's always that back moment, but for you as a fan, is it hard for you to watch matches when somebody's got hurt and come back, or you just, you think they've trained enough to be able to withstand that? Let me ask you, LP.
With me, yeah, like every time Edge is in the match now, I'm like, they could be his last match. Like, I don't want to see it, so I'm always iffy. When Daniel Bryan decided he wanted anybody who supposedly had a career-ending injury and then a year back, every time they get in the ring, I just be like, I don't know. It's like I think Big E gonna come back. Call me crazy. I think
it's definitely difficult to watch. When somebody gets injured like that. And Edge is one who I watch a lot, and I'm like, oh man, I just hope nothing goes snap, crackle pop. You know what I mean?
You know what though? When we say that, can you think of anybody who came back off an injury and re-injured it and got hurt right bad. Like I've never known that to happen. Like somebody like Edge who had a neck injury or spine, somebody who has neck or spinal injury and came back. Even Sheamus. Remember one time Sheamus was supposed to be done.
Yeah.
So has there ever been a wrestler that came back and re-hurt whatever and never came back again? I can't think of nobody.
I'm pretty sure there's have been a lot of wrestlers who've had injuries and then re-hurt their injuries. Yeah, there's been a lot. I know Triple H has been hurt multiple times. Kurt Angle has been hurt multiple times. Stone Cold Steve Austin, he was hurt multiple times before he broke his neck. The Undertaker broke. I mean, a lot of these wrestlers have broken a lot of bones on their body and had a lot of injuries.
But they came back, but they haven't re-damaged. Stone Cold broke his neck and he was never the same, but he didn't re-break his neck. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never hearing a wrestler, come back and just get worse. I guess that's
Triple H.
Kurt Angle and Triple H. Kurt Angle broke his neck at the Olympics and then wrestled the Olympics with a broken neck, got his neck fixed, came to WWE, re-broke his neck. You know what I'm saying?
But
and then he was on painkillers for a while.
Well, Kurt wrestled for a long time with his neck like that, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But think about how many other wrestlers who wrestle with an injury and you don't even know they're injured. You know what I mean? And I think that when anything that comes like internal, like heart, lungs, anything like that, it's always kind of hard to watch somebody because arm and legs and all that stuff, that's one thing. But when you got like internal injuries, it's always hard to watch. Especially like necks. I think necks is the hardest thing to do.
I think Cody went too far on his match. I think he hurt himself worse than he's supposed to have.
I think he did too. Yeah, he said it was supposed to take 6 months, took 9 months. You know what I mean? Man, that was Cody's injury was a gruesome injury. I know me and Chef did it on the pre-show. We talked about Cody's injury, man, and Cody's injury was one that was career defining. You know what I mean? I think every wrestler has that one career defining injury and the comeback story. I think that's his career defining injury. I mean, meat fell right off the bone. Finger licking. You know what I'm saying? Just hanging. The chicken wing, you know what I'm saying? Loose. Everything was torn. And I'm like, dude, why? It was so hard to watch that match. And I think as a fan, you want to watch it because it's like a car crash. Like you don't want to see nobody like get killed, but you want to look at it and see what happened. You know what I'm saying? And so I think Cody's injury, man, was probably one in recent memory that we know of, man, that was just really gruesome, man. I didn't know how he was going to come back from that, and I thought he was going to do Money in the Bank. I think if he didn't get injured, Cody probably would have won Money in the Bank. I really think that. I think that Cody would have won Money in the Bank if he didn't get injured. But I'm pretty sure that we'll see him back. We'll see him back at, I would probably say Royal Rumble. By that time he should be healed up enough to compete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they said, it was crazy because Rio's supposed to be out for teeth, but now she has some brain and teeth injury. Man, no.
Oscar done kicked one of her tooths up into her brain. That's what happened. Yeah, man. That's how it is. All right. Yep. All right, Chef, Showtime.
What up?
You know what I'm saying? What you cook this week, man?
I'm cooking this week. I have a lot on my mind. I have to look at my little recipe book, but I'm gonna make some au gratin potatoes.
You said some rotten potatoes?
Rotten potatoes.
You ain't cooking on rotten potatoes. Who eats some rotten potatoes? What's the name of it?
Make some creamy au gratin potato.
Okay. You going French on me. El gratin? That's how you say it?
I'm country.
El gratin?
El gratin. Yeah, it's delicious. Man, yeah. I'm gonna send the recipes and all that for all that stuff. It's with some cheese. It's cheesy. Has some onion in it. A little on top with some parsley.
Okay.
Delicious. And it's healthy too if you make it the right way.
Make it the right way. All right. Well, you know, we got Chef Showtime, man. The share the recipe is going to be on the Best Damn Facebook page, and so stay tuned for that. For how you say the potatoes? What's the word for it again?
I say El Rotten.
El Rotten potatoes.
Rotten potatoes.
El Rotten potatoes. All right, I got you, Chef. But everything will be up on the Facebook page, so you guys go and check that out. Let's go ahead and move to LP. We had a lot of wrestling moments this week. Obviously, there's been a lot of talking on both SmackDown, Raw. A lot of people are flexing their orator skills. So I want to know, sir, what was the best damn moment of the week for you between both shows?
To be honest, my best moment, I don't even know. I really want to say it was on the show, and I don't know. Hopefully, you guys didn't talk about it before I got on. It was at the house show, and y'all might have talked about it when Natalia did a no sale on Live Move. Now I know that wasn't part of the show, but to me that stood out this week. If you're not familiar, she Liv did her finishing move. Natalia, they 3. Natalia just got up, said something, and went backstage.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying before with Liv's move. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I was waiting. When you said that, I was waiting. But yeah, if you go back and watch it, man, she kind of 1, 2, 3. She points at us. She was saying something. She rolled over and walked off, like pretty much like. And to me,
wow,
that made Liv Move look. And of course, you're doing a no sale, right. So the girl is already trying to get her, her props as much as she possibly can. And here you go, trying to bury her, basically. So like I said, I know that wasn't part of this show. I guess between, if I want to pick something from the show, I guess both shows were kind of blah this week to me.
I would agree.
Yeah. I guess Logan showing up on Raw, being that the ratings ran up that third hour. Like that's what they got him for anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, other than that, I can't really say nothing. I really feel like they how far is SummerSlam away? Like what? Like a week?
Like a week or so? Yeah, like a week or so.
They ain't got nothing hype. Like it's what is it? Like probably the third biggest pay-per-views coming up, but y'all ain't even got nothing. Nothing going on.
Well, let's get into it because, and I'm glad you said that because I know I had on one of the hot topics, and I know we talked about the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers and managers today. And I want to get back into that, LP, because I know I ain't get all of your top picks. But matter of fact, let's go into it. Let's get some of your top picks. I know we talked about it before, and I know we talked about this match. Who would be your top 4 on the Mount Rushmore of black wrestlers of all time? Who would be on you?
All right, I would put Bobby Lashley up there. Bobby Lashley has how many championships this man has won, stuff he has done. He is definitely up there. I gotta put Ron Simmons up there because Ron Simmons, he broke a whole lot of barriers to get there. Now, when it comes to the last 2, it's always a little harder when you when you try to put the last 2 up there. And I go ahead and tell you now, this could be another debate for later on, but I don't put The Rock on my black Mount Rushmore because The Rock don't act like he black, but
yes he do.
Let me explain, and let me know if I'm wrong. The Rock is half Samoan, half black, correct?
Correct.
what do you see The Rock push more, his Samoan side or his black side? How many times you heard The Rock say he a black man? Does he push
Lately,
his
it's been his
Samoan
black side. He just did the XFL thing with
Does he push his Samoan heritage more or his black heritage? Or his equal? Be honest.
I think that's okay. I'm gonna give you a politically correct answer because I want this show to be shown everywhere. But I think that he embodies both cultures. And to be honest with you, Samoan culture, and I don't know who's going. Samoan culture is a little bit of black culture.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of black culture.
Stop trying to tell.
I mean, Africa, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of Samoans came from Africa.
Answer the question.
Huh?
Answer that question. Don't tiptoe. Does The Rock push his Samoan side more, or does he push his black side?
It depends. It depends what you're talking about.
Yeah.
If you're wrestling, he's pushing the Samoan side. If he's doing movies,
we talking wrestling. We talking wrestling. This is the Mount Rushmore wrestling.
He ain't talking about Maui. Okay, all right, I got you. So you talking about wrestling? And
don't get me wrong. I love The Rock. The Rock is like one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. Like when it comes to all around, The Rock is definitely up there. But it's very debatable. And I'm not the only one because I've had this discussion with a couple other people. He don't really push. I've never heard The Rock say he a black man. I tell you that. I've heard him say he's Samoan. You show me some footage. With The Rock say
you say Samoan and black.
No,
he
would say Samoan, period. Find me some footage. Find me some footage where The Rock said, I'm a black man. And I can find you footage of him saying he's Samoan because he always said. And I'm not saying he's embarrassed or he doesn't embrace it. But we talking about which one. That's why he not on my list. Booker T will be number 3.
I give you Booker T.
And for number 4, and it's hard not to make The Rock number 4.
You can't even think about it without Rock. You can't even think about who you put on the list.
He's on my all time. But for the last one, and we saying wrestlers. We're doing the man right. This is wrestlers.
Yeah, you talking about all the time. You got Ron Simmons. You got Booker T. Who else you say? Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
And who's your 4th?
Junkyard Dog.
Okay. All right. I'll give you JYD. I'll give you JYD. I'll give you Junkyard Dog.
Hell, I'll put what's this dude from ECW? What's the ECW always hurting people?
You talking about what's my man name? He just passed away.
New Jack.
Yeah.
Hey, New Jack was crazy.
New Jack was different. Like New Jack, he believed everything that he was doing.
Yeah,
New Jack was one of them wrestlers would be afraid to wrestle because they never knew what the hell he was doing.
He was a method actor.
Hey, listen, New Jack was he stabbed the dude for real in the match.
Look, I seen an interview. No, this I seen footage. He was at a wrestling match, and he went out there. He was a bad guy, of course. He was always a bad guy. He said he told the crowd there. He was like, "I just want to give a shout out to my boy OJ. Keep up the good work."
I know he got booed out the building, Jack. Listen,
yeah, that dude didn't care, son. He did not.
Okay, all right. So I'm a transition, and I'm glad we're talking about this. But so New Jack is in your top 4. Your Mount Rushmore.
No, not New Jack. Y'all know.
Hey, be specific. This is your Mount Rushmore. You was about to put New Jack over the Rock in your Mount Rushmore. So you got to.
You talking about Black Rock, Mount Rushmore? The Rock ain't up there. The Rock looking up there, and he know he should have did better.
Oh man, you ain't put the great one on the list, even though he is half He's half Samoan. He ain't have like if he was half something else, I can understand. But Samoans, they cook out too. You know what I'm saying? they cook out. They got a bunch of cousins and stuff. And, it ain't too far off. You know what I mean? Here on the West Coast, you have a huge Samoan culture here. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to like California and certain areas, man. So I don't know, man. I give you okay, that's your fault. I give that to you. You know what I'm saying? That's hard for me not to put the Rock on mine. You know, it's it's hard not to. It's hard not to. I mean, that's and I'm gonna be honest with you. The Rock right now, he's doing something with the XFL that is going to put a lot of eyes on the product, and it's going to give a lot of young football players an opportunity, meaning that he's going to do partnerships with HBCUs, which is huge to me because he's giving them the recognition that they need. And so him doing some things with Jackson State, I think that's going to be a great partnership, and I would love to see more of that. I think that the XFL has an opportunity to be able to do more and give more people opportunities that can't go to the NFL. So I'm excited to see that. I like the HBCU pipeline that they're trying to build or they're promoting right now with Deion Sanders. Man, I think that's going to. I'm interested to see where they go for it. With that,
Yeah, he's not change the game.
Yeah, I think Deion being in his position, and I would love to see more NFL players do that, man, and really show love to the HBCUs because they need it. And be honest with you, some of the most talented people that I've ever met have come from HBCUs. Football players, basketball players, sports players, everything that you want culturally. You can find that at HBCU, and I'm happy that they're finally getting the recognition that they need. I would love to see more organizations follow suit, but in general, I think that the XFL can be something. They can have something here with the HBCU pipeline that they're trying to build. So I got to give Rouse props for that. You may not consider him all the way. You know what I'm saying? You might look at him like he's Maui. But in my eyes, he's the people's champion. So call him what you want.
He's black. I'm just saying I just wish he showed it more. He definitely is black.
I know what you mean.
That's weird. If you mix with anything, if you mix with black, you black.
I agree. I agree with that. I would love to see him show a little bit more. Yeah, you're right. I would love to see him show a little bit more of that side, but I think he does it in when the time is right. You know what I'm saying? I think he does it when the time is right. You have certain people who transcend what their perceived race is, right? When they get money and status. The Rock is one of those where he can go to Hollywood and play characters made for non-minorities. I would say it like that. Try to say
You have to watch. You have to watch the Young Rock. The first episode, he says he's black and Samoan.
All right, there it is. Proof.
I'll tell y'all something too that y'all might not never thought about. Even in wrestling, they don't say it. Like when Sasha Banks and Bianca fought, they said the first two African Americans, they pumped that when right that said Ron Simmons was the first African American, blah 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 blah. Have you ever heard about The Rock? I'm telling y'all.
They would have to put him as other because he's two races.
No, not really, because you have a lot of people who are mixed race and they still identify for, with whatever it is. You know what? To be honest with you, I was surprised to see The Rock on the poster for the Asian American Heritage Month. That was kind of when the WWE did it. I was kind of shocked to see, him on there. I was like, okay, I guess, but
Sasha Banks is like black and something else, right? Ain't one of her parents. Both her parents ain't black. Or are they both of them black?
She both black. She's
They both
nigga.
black?
Excuse
Okay,
my language. Excuse my language. But yeah, her uncle, her cousin Snoop Dogg. Yeah, her whole family black.
Well,
Black, black.
I knew Snoop, her cousin. I know one of her parents was black, but I didn't know both of them because she kind of looked like she might be.
I think she might be a little biracial. She got something in it. Don't give me the line.
Got a little mulatto twist.
Somebody look it up. Somebody look it up. I'm curious.
I know she. Yeah.
I think Real Rip got a little bit of something in her too, but that's another topic.
You said that's for another show. Hey, yeah, I ain't gonna get into that. We're gonna move. So look, are you guys excited about SummerSlam? I look at the card and the card itself. I'm finding it hard to really get excited behind the show when it just seems like a repeat. We got a lot of the same matches. We got Brock versus Roman, which I'm not really interested in watching that. LP, you said something in the last podcast that I wanted to agree with you on. I've seen both Brock and Roman live individually and then together at some wrestling. I'm not a huge fan of their wrestling styles.
Yeah. Oh.
If I'm watching a big, I know it's a big money match, the clash of the heavyweights again. All right, cool. But I've seen Roman wrestle live. It's different than it is on TV. Roman has a style that's made for TV. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he has a wrestling style that's made for TV. It's slow, it's methodical. He does a lot of storytelling now in his matches. He didn't always just do that, but he does a lot of storytelling now in his matches. And he tries to, really manipulate the crowd and get the crowd either behind him or to boo for him. I love the work that he's doing in the ring. But watching him live is boring to me. And I hate to say that because I'm a real Morans fan. But I want more action in the matches. And then it's almost like you can look at the matches and read it while the match is going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm a huge Roman Reigns fan. Don't get me wrong. But if I had to prefer a style live, watching the style live, I would prefer like a Seth Rollins style wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Something that's high-hitting, intense, fast. I'm being still good storytelling. I'm not a big fan of watching Roman and Brock live. I'm not really excited for this match at SummerSlam, to be honest with you. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm watching to see if Austin Theory is eventually going to cash in. So, Chef, I want to get your thoughts behind. Are you excited about the SummerSlam card? I know there's, you have, like I said, Roman versus Brock. You have Bianca versus Becky. You have Liv versus Ronda. You have the Street Profits versus the Usos.
That's what I'm excited for right there.
I know that's going to be great.
The special guest referee. That's going to be awesome.
Okay. All right.
Guitar.
Jeff Jarrett. Yeah. I was surprised about that special guest referee. I thought it was going to be somebody different. It makes sense that they're doing it because it's in Nashville, and Jeff Jarrett, that's where he got a lot of his roots. But I was really expecting somebody different. It really was. I don't know who I was expecting, but I knew I was expecting somebody different.
Expecting Shawn Michaels.
Really?
The
Shawn Michaels from Texas, ain't he?
Yeah, but mostly all the guest referees will be like Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Last week, R-Truth was trying to promote himself as a special guest referee. I thought that segment was hilarious. I think that R-Truth would have been a great a great referee for that match. It would have been high hitting. It would have been still good, but he would have brought that comedy factor to it, man. I really wanted to see R-Truth be the special guest referee. I'm not mad at Jeff Jarrett. I just thought that R-Truth would have been hilarious as a guest referee, man.
He would have been great because I could have seen him being a referee. That all of a sudden, the 24/7 championship run down the aisle, and he flips over, takes the belt, wins the 24/7 championship, then have the Street Profits win the championship. I could have seen that happen. It'd have been funny.
Yeah. I think. Go ahead.
I think that I like. Don't get me wrong. I like him just like everybody else, but people be forgetting that dude should have been in the conversation about the Mount Rushmore. But the fact that now he's more of a joke character. You look at his run in TNA, or you look at that run when he had with him and the Miz. Him and the Miz were teamed up.
Mm-hmm.
I really would have wished, because who knows? Because he don't wrestle that much. He probably got one of the easiest paychecks in WWE.
I believe it. Yeah.
I would love for his last whatever he about to leave for him just to give him one serious, like that could push him as a comedy guy and still that shit will really work. But like he don't get his credit. He'll forever be known as a joke character now. But like
I think it's more of he sees himself as more of an entertainer. You know what I'm saying? All around entertainer. And if I wouldn't give him a wrestler. No, mind you, he's a great wrestler. Don't get it wrong. And he stole. Yeah, I used to think back in the day that he used to steal Booker T moves. I thought that for a second, but he's such a dynamic character that you would have to put him up there as one of the top entertainers for WWE. Period.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like this. If R-Truth ever get fired, I'm revolting. I'm serious because he brings the funny to the show. It's only a certain amount of characters who actually do that. Kevin Owens is another person who I crack up at, but he's a serious wrestler. And I know you mentioned last time that you wish they would give him more of a push. I agree with you. I think that the feud between him and Roman at the top of the year was a really great feud.
That was a good match too. That was a decent match they had.
Yeah, they had a 3-part series. They had a 3-part series that was really good, and Kevin Owens really pushed. If out of everybody, I think that Kevin Owens really pushed Roman Reigns to a limit.
Yeah, and he know how to make Roman look better than he is too. He's another wrestler that knows how to do that.
Yeah.
That's why him and Brock matches just be. I don't know what to call them.
Yeah, I think, and Chef, I know I just asked you what was your top match for SummerSlam going to be. You said the Usos versus
Street Profits.
Street Profits. I know that's going to be a banger of a match. I mean, the last couple of times that I've seen them go at it, man, it's been like mind-blowing the type of stuff that they've been doing. So I am interested in that match and seeing that again. My match of the night will probably be Seth Rollins versus Riddle. They could just announce Seth Rollins versus Riddle. I think that's going to be a great match. I think that's going to be a high intense, hard hitting match. Did I want to see it initially? No, not really. To be honest with you, but I'm happy it's on the card. You know what I mean? You need a card. You need a match like that on the card, and you need 2 top stars for SummerSlam to compete. So I'm not mad that they fighting together. I just don't want Seth to lose. And I don't know if Seth can take too many of these high-profile match losses. You know what I mean? He's been on a losing streak lately. Even though he just beat Elias, I'm sorry. Did I say Elias? Ezekiel. He just beat Ezekiel twice the last 2 weeks. But their match, Ezekiel versus Seth, man, listen. Hard to say, but Ezekiel wrestles better than his older brother Elias.
He does.
His style is a lot better. It's faster pace. I like Ezekiel. I didn't know if I was going to like Ezekiel or not because I was a Elias fan. But Ezekiel, man, he has stepped up his wrestling game, bro. And it's just like watching him. It's like, oh man, this dude can really, really, really go.
So where is that?
Was that?
Where is that gonna go?
I don't know where it's going to go. Maybe his brother Elrod going to come out. I'm just waiting for Elrod to come out. Once Elrod come out, then we'll know. You know what I'm saying? What kind of fight we're here. I like it though.
The match I want to see that I think it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be the Pat McAfee.
I knew you were about to say that.
Forgot about that. Pat McAfee versus Baron Corbin. You know what? That might be a sleeper match. It might be a sleeper match.
Oh man, stop it!
Why do you hate Pat McAfee so bad? Why do you Pat McAfee hate him?
Like him. He's okay. First of all, he's horrible on commentary.
What?
Horrible. He's horrible.
Man.
Okay, did y'all do Mount Rushmore for announcers? Because I know y'all better not have Pat McAfee on there.
We did not. We
We might say that for later or whatever, but I know nobody better not have Pat McAfee on that list.
Listen.
Only thing I like about Pat McAfee is he sounds like one of us doing commentary. Like he sounds like a regular person. Like he has no training whatsoever. He just up there saying whatever, reading stuff wrong off the paper. He just going whatever. I was giving that. But that match he had at WrestleMania. Come on.
Bro, I love Pat McAfee, man.
The first match was cool. The second one against Vince, that shit was stupid as hell.
Yeah, that one I didn't like that one. I that was really cringe-worthy. That was so hard to watch. And I know they're gonna erase that from the annals of history when he got in there and Vince McMahon did that horrible stuff. He should have never been in the ring in the first place.
No.
But I love Pat McAfee, man. So let's get into it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into it, and then we're going to go ahead and end the show. Best announcers in WWE history. Who was on your Mount Rushmore? I'm going to go ahead and go with LP since you brought up the subject. Who is on your Mount Rushmore?
All right.
For announcers.
You got to have good old JR. It ain't no question about that.
I give you
JR should be everybody's list. JR be number one. Number two for me would be Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Okay.
Number three would be Jesse the Body Ventura.
Okay.
Number four. I can't put Michael Cole on the list. I just can't do it. No matter how long he been. I can't put
no Cole.
I can't put Michael Cole. For my last one. To keep it real, this may be a random or a different one. I'll put Vince up there. Vince was good on commentary.
Okay.
That would be my four because I can't. The King is only good with JR. Without JR, the King is not that great. And the King was better in the Attitude Era versus like when he do commentary now, it just ain't when you go back and watch the old stuff, him and JR together, you can't get no better than that. But the King by itself.
Okay, I'm gonna have to chime in because you mentioned some people that were on my list, right? If I'm going with best announcers of all time, you're right. I have to go with JR. There's no question about that. JR is the top commentator. Even if he's over, even though he's over on AEW, he's still doing great work over there. And so I'm a good old JR fan. I would have to put King in that category. Jerry the King Lawler. Jerry the King Lawler gave me so much laughter as a child. You know what I'm saying? Every time he was on there, he made you laugh. He always had his catchphrases like puppies and you know what I'm saying? Like I love Jerry King Lawler, and he was one of those commentators who can still wrestle. So he would have interactions with other wrestlers that were unique and different. So I would have to go with the King on that one. I would have to go with Vince McMahon. Also, Vince McMahon would be in my list of all-time great commentators. I remember watching Vince when he was. I was a baby, but he was younger. But I remember Vince doing commentary, man, and watching some old shows of Vince doing commentary, and he was really good. And then if I had to put one more in there, I would have to go with Michael Cole, man. Give me Cole. Give me Michael Cole. Give me Michael Cole. You Mike Cole. You gotta put Mike Cole in there, man. Mike Cole been holding it down for umpteen years.
So he get grandfathered in?
Yeah.
Then put Taz in there.
Yeah.
Put Taz up there then.
Taz, you know what? I love Taz as a commentator. I love Chris Jericho as a commentator too.
Shit, Gorilla Monsoon. I mean, there's some other greats that come before my.
All right, so we got so there's a difference because we have main commentators, the main ones, and then we have the color commentators, right? I'm a fan of color commentators. That's why I love Pat McAfee. That's why I like Corey Graves. Corey Graves says a lot of stuff that I'm thinking as a wrestling fan. And I love Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is a color commentator. The King is a color commentator. But JR, Vince McMahon, and Michael Cole are they keep the show running. They have a commanding force and respect. They all have ran teams of commentators and announcers. I would have to put Michael Cole on that list, man, because right now he's I think the lead commentator, and then he has a team of people that work under him. So
Michael Cole was your 4?
Yeah, I'll put Michael Cole in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What you got, Chef?
I go to Jesse Ventura.
Okay.
I go Bobby Heenan.
Okay.
Vince McMahon, and Jim Ross.
You went super old school.
That's was the ones that had the match booming.
Hey, I'm not mad at that. I love all those guys, man. Man, I forgot about Jesse the Body. Yeah, Jesse the Body was a good commentator. I did like his style of commentating.
Him and Vince together. Woo.
Yeah. Building work hand in hand.
Yeah, they were really good. I get it too. I think that the commentary is very much needed when you go to a real live show versus watching it on TV. It's a different feel. I've always wanted to sit right behind the commentator so I can hear what they're talking about, be a part of the action, and still watch and enjoy the show. You know what I mean? I think the best seats in the house are right behind the commentary table, and then right in the entrance, right on that corner, right when they turn. You know what I'm saying? Those are 2 spots that I think I would like to have going to a live show. But I would love to sit behind the commentary because I want to be able to hear what they're saying while the show was going on, because it is different. You know what I'm saying? When you're watching on TV and when you're watching it live.
Who would if y'all had to pick one? Who would y'all say the worst commentary?
Michael Cole. I had to do that.
No. I got one better for you. You cannot put Michael Cole in there when you got Byron Saxton working on Raw.
I think Byron's a little bit better than Michael Cole.
I'm about to say Byron's a little bit better.
All the drugs he's smoking all the drugs at once.
I'm gonna tell you about Michael Cole. I'm gonna tell you what Michael Cole don't get his credit, because Michael Cole has been Michael Cole all these years. He is not grown. He sounds the same.
Same person.
All time. Or just some of the dumbest. Like, it kills me. I don't know the commentary is commentary, but like when a wrestler is doing the obvious, Michael Cole will quick to be just say some obvious stuff, or he just be like, "This is the greatest match in WrestleMania history." And I know that's what they got to do, but come on, bro. Like Michael Cole ain't been the same ever since Heidenreich got him in that locker room.
But you think about it, they put the right people around Michael Cole. Like they got Pat McAfee and Michael Cole. Pat McAfee is the wild card. Michael Cole's a little upstuck, he front weird dude. But that's why they do that.
You need that dynamic, and I think that the best commentary teams always have a really great dynamic from someone who keeps them neutral, and then you have the color commentary where you have the good guy commentary and then the bad guy. I love those dynamics because you need all three of those personalities to be able to tell the story. You need somebody to be able to tell the story of the bad guy. You need somebody to be able to tell the story and the struggle of the good guy. And then you need somebody to be able to play the personalities neutral. Raw has a 3-man team. SmackDown has a 2-man team. I've always liked the 2-man team if it's strong. A 3-man team, if it's really strong, can be great. You know what I mean? I know AEW sometimes they have three-man teams, but I think that's needed in wrestling. But SmackDown has a dynamic with Michael Cole and Pat McAfee, which brought a lot of eyes, and that made me watch SmackDown because I want to see what Pat McAfee doing. When I go to a live SmackDown show and Shinsuke Nakamura come out, I'm in the crowds jamming with Pat McAfee. You know what I'm saying? And there's not been that many commentators who've really transcended to the point of stardom, right? When they people look forward to their type of commentary style. I know Corey Graves is one of those guys. I like Corey Graves' style. But Pat McAfee right now on TV, Pat McAfee is probably my favorite. I know LP, you hate Pat McAfee, you're a Pat McAfee hater, but it's all good. I like Pat, man. Pat got personality. And when Pat McAfee, okay, you have to admit, when Pat McAfee is not on the show is completely different.
It's dull.
The show feels different.
Yeah, I mean, I give him his props. I definitely can't put him on no top. He just people be sleeping. Don't sleep on the coach because the coach is pretty damn good too.
I like Coach back in the day, man. I was
my coach. Coach is better than my coach.
Yeah.
And Coach did both. Coach did color commentary and he could do red commentary. That's the difference. That's what made Coach different. Everybody remember bad guy Michael Cole. Like, come on.
Yeah, I hate it. I you know what? I didn't like the bad guy Michael Cole, and they had a little machine and the front desk. The front desk was telling him what to say, and they didn't have a GM, so they had a computer GM. And I did hate that period of time, and I stopped watching for a little bit. But yeah, Michael Cole is in the histories. When they go down, he's going to be a Hall of Fame commentator. You know what I'm saying?
How long he been there though? Not because of his skills.
Like I said, I like the dynamic of Michael Cole and Pat McAfee on SmackDown. So, I anytime anybody else goes there and does commentary on SmackDown, the show ain't the same. It ain't got the same energy. And like you said, like you don't, Chef. Sometimes you don't know what Pat McAfee is going to say, but a lot of the times he's saying what we're thinking, or he you know what I'm saying. And Corey Graves does the same thing. Now I'll give Corey Graves. Corey Graves is probably one of the best commentators that they've had.
Taz.
Was that?
I'll switch Corey and Taz.
I like Taz's style.
Booker T over Corey Graves.
True.
Booker T hilarious.
Yeah. I like, and that's a whole nother thing too. Wrestlers that come in and do commentary. You know what I mean?
JBL.
Yeah.
Like, see, the difference is like Pat McAfee, Taz, Booker T. They don't have a filter. Whatever comes to mind, they gonna say it. Even all type of cuss words. Like when Pat McAfee was talking smack about Baron Corbin be like, that punk bitch. That flies back like 20 times in 1 minute. Like, oh my God.
But you know why they did that though? And I should have put that in one of the hot topics. WWE is now changing their product. So they're changing their product over from kid friendly more to a TV 14 status, which is going to include more cursing, more raunchy comments. I think it might give a little bit more freedom for the writers and for the wrestlers to say certain things that they couldn't before because of the product. So that's going to be interesting to see when they make this switch over to the TV 14. I know Pat McAfee has kind of hinted on it on the last show, but you're going to start seeing commentary and promos be a little bit more aggressive in the speech.
You know what I do?
Well, yeah, I know exactly. They got a competition. They have to. They can't get,
AEW don't give a damn.
Yeah, they got competition. You know, I think AEW has really opened up the realm of wrestling where is really giving opportunities for people to give uncontrolled, unrestricted, to an extent, promos. You know what I'm saying? Which I like, and it makes it interesting to see. I love a lot of the promos that they. I know, yeah. I'm not sure how much of AEW you guys watch, but I love watching Eddie Kingston and Eddie Kingston doing his promos. I believe everything Eddie Kingston says. Eddie Kingston looked like he been in jail for about 12 years. Eddie Kingston looked like he done murked some dudes before. He done stabbed some people. I've seen him bite cats on his wrestling matches. I love the way his promos are. I don't know if Eddie Kingston could survive in the WWE landscape, even if they are TV 14.
I don't think that it's gonna start off. We ain't going back to the Attitude Era. I just think they're gonna try to do little stuff because they're trying to get the old school fans. AEW pretty much got the old, like a lot of the old head fans that like seeing some blood or cursing and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting to see how, because WWE, they still dealing with Peacock.
Yeah,
they can't do it so much. They're not gonna be like AEW can do what they want. Peacock is not gonna let them do. Peacock, it's gonna be some issues with this thing. Watch.
Well, Peacock only shows their commercial products, right? Like some of the shows that they do.
They stream them.
Well, they stream their events, right? They're not streaming Raw and SmackDown. So with the events, it's less talking, it's more wrestling. I know the product to be different. I'm not sure. Well, you're right. I want to see how they do, because I think with this new rating change, I think we will see a little bit more color. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how much color we'll start seeing as far as people getting busted open and bleeding and stuff. So, but we'll see. I know MVP was just busted open, but they don't show it on. They still not showing it. He busted his head wide open during the tag team match that he had with Omos and the Street Profits. So he was out half the match. He then came back with his forehead all busted. Like, hey, come on, Omos, let's go. I was like, who kicked him in the face? But I'm interested to see how the product changes with this new rating. I think they're really trying to compete and get their that base of 18 to 18 to 46. They're trying to get that demographic to shine more eyes. But I think the way that you do it is bring more interesting storylines, man, and give new people opportunities. Mix it up a little bit. People get tired of seeing the same matches every week. You know what I mean?
This would definitely be the last time Brock and Roman fight. It should have been the last time a while ago.
Yeah.
But I think it's at a point now they like, shit. Well, what else we got? What else can we do?
They can do a lot. One last thing I want to mention, and this has been a great show, fellas. I appreciate y'all being here with me. The best damn crew. I do want to talk about Walter, or as he is called now, Gunther. Did you guys check SmackDown when Gunther lost against Shinsuke Nakamura? And not Gunther. Gunther didn't lose. Ludwig, his protege. He lost, and Gunther proceeded to cave his chest in for discipline. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. Oh, I didn't see that.
You got to go back and watch it. And then you got to go back and watch it because they were brutal chops. And I have to say that Gunther has probably one of the hardest chops I've seen in a long time. Him and Drew got some pretty heavy chops where they'll knock the breath out you. They'll knock you down. But man, I would hate to be his partner. I would hate to be his partner. If you disappoint him, he gonna knock your chesticles loose. You know what I'm saying? He gonna knock your lungs out. I don't want to be your friend. I'm good on that. But I thought that was interesting. I'm not sure if you guys saw that, but when I saw that, I'm like, okay, I wonder where they're gonna go with Gunther and if he's going to be in the main event picture soon. Do you guys see Gunther? International star, I believe he's Austrian born. His English is not all that great, but he can speak English. But he has a wrestling style that is very brawlish, but he can wrestle. What do you guys see Gunther on the card? Do you see him fighting the Roman Reigns, or do you think he'll be a mid-card wrestler?
Mid-card.
What you think of it?
He's going to be sticking to the U.S. titles and intercontinental titles. He ain't going no higher.
Yeah, unless he gets a good manager. He's the type of guy he would have to have a manager. Other than that, he'll be mid-card. I don't see him.
You don't see him doing much.
To be honest, man, if you really look at you look at all the shows and you look at who you can see fighting for the belt, they're not using none of the people that KO. Who else? Somebody who really could be fighting for the belt.
Seth.
What's his name? Seth, of course. Drew, Seth, Sheamus. What's his name that took Edge out?
AJ.
No,
Balor.
Yeah, Finn Balor has been over for years, and I just don't understand it. Like they have at least 5, even other people that they really could put in the hunt. And what it mess up is if they started pushing all these guys at once, if 1 or 2 of them get hurt, you'd be all right because you still had other people that could fall into place. Back in the days when you had Stone Cold, Undertaker, The Rock, Triple H, you had like 5 people at the top. So when one of them get hurt, just throw the other one. Now somebody get hurt, they gonna shoehorn somebody like Austin. Austin Theory is not no championship material.
No,
he's good, but he's not ready. He's not ready for that. Come on now, he's not. And then Roman, and now with Roman done became Brock. He done became part-time anyway.
Yeah.
So as much as he hated Brock being part-time, what is he doing?
Part-time. Yeah.
And if Roman could act, which he can't, if he could act, he would have been gone. But I've seen him in one movie. I've seen him in Hobbs and Shaw. He's not ready.
He was in The Wrong Misses too.
Yeah,
on Netflix. You got to go back and watch The Wrong Misses. If you haven't seen that is a hilarious film with what's my man name? God, I can't think of his name. He's a comedian. Anyway, you got to watch the wrong Misses. It's really good. But Roman is in there. He has a small scene in there. But you got to go back. But he could be ready. He might be getting ready. I know that wrestling the last couple of years, the last year has made him ready for that transition. I can see that.
Yeah. He's hard in it.
With this tribal chief character, it forced him to be in a position where he had to talk. And I think that the person that really challenged him at first in improving his talking skills, Roman Reigns' talking skills, was John Cena. You know what I mean? John Cena, when they had that back and forth, John Cena really challenged Roman Reigns on the mic to the point where after that, I just seen Roman Reigns getting a little bit better, talking a little bit more. And then with this Tribal Chief character, I mean, he really broke out of his shell and created something that we haven't seen in the industry in years. So I think Roman, when he makes that transition over to movie star, I think he's going to be on the Rock level. You know what I mean? I don't see it happening right now. Not with
Randy Orton.
Within the next 5 years, and Randy's done some movies before, but within the next 5 years, we're going to see more from Roman Reigns. I think that Roman Reigns is going to be having some box office offers. You know what I mean? We'll see. Well, fellas, this has been a great show. I appreciate you guys. What you guys got going on? Is there anything that people need to check out? And go ahead and tell people your social media. Chef, Showtime, what you got going on, brother?
I have nothing going on right now. I'm just working and kids. So soon I will let you guys keep posted.
All right, awesome. Chef Showtime, what's your handle? Your social media handle, where people can go follow you.
On Facebook is Dante Carter, my real name.
Put the government out there.
Everything else is Showtime 83.
Showtime 83. All right, y'all go follow Showtime 83 on all your social medias. LP, what you got going on, sir?
Just booking shoots. My IG is spelled the word out, One Click Photography Shoots with an S. Follow me on IG. Yeah, pretty much. I got things in the word, but I ain't started putting stuff out there yet. So like I said, I keep everybody updated.
Yeah, you got to keep it on hush, cause you know the haters be watching. Haters be watching. They be plotting on you. Yeah, man. And you guys can follow me at Brian Renegade. That's Brian Renegade on all social media, Instagram, Twitter, even on Facebook. Just go follow me. I got some things coming up. This podcast is one of the things that I'm really trying to grow. And the team is really working hard to bring you some more content. So we have merchandising coming soon. We have the website that's almost finished. So you guys stay tuned. Keep on supporting your brothers. We're going to keep on bringing it. We got some interviews that we're working on bringing in as the show progresses. So we thank you all for watching. Shout out to everybody out there that's doing your thing. All the wrestling fans. Thank you, Best Damn Wrestling Nation. We'll see you next time on the Best Damn Wrestling Show.
Peace.
Peace.